Hi crafty friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree. I'm so glad you're here. My channel is Turquoise Dreaming and I'm here for Thrifty Thursday. So I have one bag of things and I have some books here too. So I don't know if we'll get to the books. We might have to do the books next week. And that'll be well, I don't know if I'll take up the whole Thrifty Thursday, but we'll see. We'll see what we can show you today and how much time things take. But yeah, I just want to mention real quick that Thrifty Thursday is a hashtag Thrifty Thursday. It's an open collaboration hosted by myself, and everyone's welcome to participate. You just post your YouTube video or Instagram post, link me or my channel link my channel in a YouTube video, link my channel or my Instagram in your Instagram, and use the hashtag Thrifty Thursday. Okay, so I went to a thrift store, my favorite one here in my town, and I got this little bag of goodies here. It's kind of a big bag of goodies. I'm not really big, but anyway, there's a lot of kind of big stuff in here. So let me show you what I got. Yeah, there's one kind of sewing notions, a bag I'd like to go through, but this I was back and forth on some of these things, but and I didn't open them in the store. I just kind of tried to see through the bag and things like that. So this is a bag of, I think this is probably used. It's kind of like tangled up here, but this is how it was. I'll have to straighten this up. But here's another little bag that was in that bag. But that looks like it looks like I could use this for thread. I'm wondering if this was some kind of also maybe type of thread that you use for knitting. I'm not sure. I've never used this type of thread, so I don't know. But anyway, I thought it was pretty. I'm going to have to get some scissors here. I thought it was pretty little spools of thread. So I can either possibly use it as thread. I mean, it seems like you could use it as thread. It looks like thread. Here's kind of a pastel rainbow. And this one's pink and white. So this is a little tangle right here. These are, see all these little colors. I want to get one and pull out a single strand. But we've got all these colors. Kind of a slate blue there. I'm not going to keep it in here. I just want to, let's see, that thread is coming from, oh, that's coming from this. Okay. So here's a thread. So it feels like, I mean, I would have to compare it with my regular sewing thread that I sew with, but to see if there's a difference. But anyway, it seems like you could almost use this for regular thread if it'll go through. You know, some thread, I mean, I've run across thread that was like not regular, you know, from thrifting. You know, you get a bunch of sewing notions, bunch of thread, different kind of threads. And there's one I remember trying, and it was so thick. I don't know what it was made for, but my sewing machine did not like it. So that might be the case with this. This might be a little thicker than normal thread, but it really doesn't feel like it. Well, I guess, oh, okay. I was like, I guess this is never ending, but no, it is ending here. So let me just finish. But anyway, I thought these were cute, and like I said, I can either use them for the thread, one way or the other, using the thread, or they almost look like, see how it has a hole on this side? And if I poke, this is like a little, you can poke that out, like the end of a spool. Oh, it says tatting on here. This is for tatting. Tatting crochet. Aha, we have discovered. Some of you I'm sure knew already. I did, like I said, I never use this type of little spools of thread like this, but it does say tatting on that one, so isn't that interesting? All kinds of colors. Yeah, I would have loved to see all these different colors used in tatting. I've never found colored tatting, I don't believe. I don't remember finding any colored tatting. It's always been kind of the neutral colors whenever I've found tatting, and it's usually at the thrift store, I mean at an estate sale. Okay, so I'll fix these up later, but I wanted to just show you real quick how fun these could be. Oh, did I say I thought I could use them on a tassel maybe if I poke this out and run something through there and have it as a little charm on a tassel or hanging on a tassel. These are so pretty. The person that got it might want to take it off and use it. though. So we'll see. I might try it in my sewing machine and see if it works. I know that's probably like, if you're familiar with this thread, you're probably saying, no, Sheree, don't do that. If you're familiar, look at the pretty colors though. If you're familiar with this thread, that's called tatting crochet. Let's see if they're all called that. I think they are. It says it right there, tatting crochet. 80 yards. Wow. Anyway, let me know if you think I can use it in my sewing machine. I just have a regular, standard sewing machine, not a commercial or anything like that, just a standard. This I'll have to do something with later, but there's also this one big spool in here, kind of a neutral. And what you want to make a bet that's for tatting too? Now I'm curious. Oh, look, here's some tatting. Oh, I do get some tatting. Look at that. I didn't see that in the store. I do get a little piece of tatting. Ha ha ha. A little tiny piece of tatting. There you go. So this is for tatting too. And that's what I'm used to finding. Little pieces, or, I found quite long pieces like that. I've used it all up now. Whatever tatting I found. Look at the little flower on that one. That's the colored one. Cool. So this is tatting too. And here's that label on that end. Two little neutral ones there. So very interesting. I'm going to leave that in there so I don't lose it for now. But I was back and forth on whether to get this. And I said, one way or the other, I think that I will use this. So I went ahead and got it. I mean, I've never found anything like this before, these little spools. So I thought that was quite interesting. Oh, here's a little, look, I can use this in a cluster or something. One of the ends of the spools came off. That is cute. That is really cute. So that's another thing. I can take all the little ends off the spools and use those. I have done that with thread spools. If you've never done that, just a red, if you get vintage or any thread spool and they have a kind of a cool, old looking. The new ones aren't so, cool looking, but the older ones, the end little pieces, a little paper piece on the end of the spools looks pretty cool. So if you can get it off, it's nice to use it in a cluster or something. So next little bag here. Let's do this one in a minute because there looks like there's some things we need to look through. And these were there. There was a bunch of these. And I got one of each. Because, how many of these huge spools of ribbon do I need, right? I mean, that'll last me forever. I was tempted to get more, but I was like, no. What will I do with it? I mean, it's so much. But this is great. A nice ribbon. Let me see. They have a piece of tape here. They're both the same. Oh, this came from a florist supply. Huh, interesting. But it's really nice. Let me see if I can find the end of it here so we can both see what it looks like and feel it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like cheap ribbon. I guess like gift wrapping ribbon, like you would, that really thin or, that thin ribbon. But it doesn't feel like satin, or it's not a grosgrain or anything like that. It's just a flat ribbon, but it's nice. It feels nice and strong. In fact, it feels like it has a coating on this side. Maybe that's for waterproofing. Maybe it's some, slightly water resistant or something. But America's, what does that say? Finest ribbons. McGinley's. Oh, it is satin. There you go. It says satin right there on both of these. So these were at the same thrift store with somebody got rid of a lot of their crafts because the last few weeks they've had, they put some stuff out, and the next week there was a bunch of stuff out, and then this week there was a few more things out. I think maybe that's the end of it. We'll see if I want to go again this next weekend, but here's my receipt. I need to take that in the other room. And then, like I said, we're going to go through this one. And let's see what else. Okay, here's another bag, too. So this looks pretty interesting. These pretty big wood beads. So if this all came from the craft store, what do you think she was making with the tatting thread, these wooden beads, you know, stuff like this? Did they all go together? So here's some pretty wood beads. Now I never had any like this, but I have seen them online, but I've never ordered any of these wooden beads with little patterns on them. And I've seen other people haul these too. Or at least one person haul these. These bags are just kind of shredding here. But these are pretty. I always thought they were pretty online, but I never ordered any. So they're these little wood beads with a pattern on them. Very pretty. And I can, of course, use those in tassels. Sometimes I have put them on beads on the closure, on the ends of the tie closure or something like that to decorate. So that's how many of those there are. Let's put that back in there. And then all of these big wood beads. So I have some little wood beads, and I have some, I'm trying to think, I have a little package of kind of like smaller wood beads, or kind of normal size. But these are very different and chunky. And oh, look at these. I wonder what these are for. Little round metal rings. I have no idea. Could be useful in lots of ways for somebody who knew or who was using them for to connect the threads or something, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's macrame, some type of macrame. Maybe she was making with these big wood beads. I could picture that. But look at how pretty these are. I love the pink ones. This is a pink one. This is a kind of orangey. But look at the big hole. I'd have to. Depending now, these are neat for sometimes if you're doing a fabric or ribbon tassel, and you can put a big bead, ribbon through these, and that might be a little bit too big. You might have to tie a knot on that, but you can tie a knot in a fat piece of fabric, and that would hold that on there, probably, if the knot was big enough. Or sometimes, if the hole's not too big, you can slip it over a piece of fabric, and it'll just, because the inside of a wooden bead is usually a little rough, and it'll kind of hold on to ribbon or fabric tassel. So anyway, I've got all these colored. I'm not going to dump them out all that. I don't want them to go everywhere. But here's look at this one. That's a pretty one, and they're wood. These are really pretty. I've never had any that big, so pretty cool. Here's some smaller ones. They're really pretty, and these are cool. I've never had any that shape. Starting to roll. Oh, these are natural wood. These are not finished. These are just natural wood. I could paint those if I wanted to. And I wonder if she was painting them. So I say she. It could have been a he. But, oh, no, don't you dare. Don't try going anywhere. This is a pretty red one. So those look like fun. Look like I could have some fun with those. Little yellow ones in here. So that's the second bag. And wood beads. So we have the spools, we have the wood beads, we have the ribbon. And now let's see. Oh, and these little metal pieces were in there. Not sure what those are for. Oh, and these little, oh, these were all in here. I'm like, why? Where's the big bag that these were in? It's right here. Let's just kind of keep it together. Let me get rid of the shopping bag there. And then let's see what's in here. This looked interesting. And what did I see? What did I see that was in here where I had to get this? I'm not sure now. I saw something in here. Oh, I know I saw these buttons in here. I thought these were cool. So let's kind of dump it all out. Let's see what is in here. Yeah, I saw these buttons. Oh, that's what it was. I saw these buttons, and the price of this bag was $4.99. So I thought it's a little bit, like this one was only, with the spools, was $1.99, right? And then this one with all the beads, that was $2.99. But this one was $4.99. I'm like, okay. And I added up, kind of, I think I opened up the bag and fished around in here and figured out that just the buttons alone in here, if I were to go to the store and buy them, would be more than $4.99. So I was like, okay, even if I don't want anything else, I'm going to want these buttons, and they're worth more than, you know, I would have paid at any store, even Walmart or wherever, more than $4.99 for them. And look, this one's never been opened. Favorite findings, be happy. So I'm not going to open this up right now. I want to keep it together, but there's little bees in here, of course, and a little, I can see a little heart here. Is that a charm, or what is that? Oh, you can glue it down, I guess. Are these, I see, what does it describe these as? Favorite findings. So there's some that are like have a little loop in the back like a button. The bees do. Oh, maybe I will open it. I said I wasn't going to open it because I want to keep it all together, but I want to see what's in here too. And you do too, right? All right, so let's see what's in here. I'll just have to clean up later. Okay, yeah, so the little bees have little loops on the back, you know, like a button. So I can use those on a tassel and run this string through there and tie a knot around that. But this little beehive, let's see, I think you're supposed to probably glue that down onto something. Yeah, it's just a flat, is it plastic, or I think it's plastic. I don't know, it might be wooden. I think it's wooden, but a little beehive. And then these little flowers, those are cute. They have two pieces and they're together as a flower, and they have a little loop in the back. You have to make sure. It looks like you could take this off the leaf if you wanted to and use the flower by itself. But I think it's super cute with a little leaf under it. And so it's like a little, has a loop back here where you can tie it on. So it's a little pink flower with a, you know, stem and some leaves. And that, oh, and that heart. Let's see what the heart is. Oh, the heart has a little loop on the back too. So yeah, that's what's in here. Be happy, little heart. A flower and a bee, and there's a little loop on the back. Cute. This probably would have been $4.99 all by itself, right? I know buttons are not cheap, and you have specialized buttons. Even at Walmart, I've looked at them. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to pay $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, whatever they're asking. You know, I actually have never bought any like that because they seem like they're kind of a little bit too much. So thankful to find them, all of these, for $4.99 at the thrift store. So yeah, that's what's in that one. I'm going to make a little pile on this bag over here. And this little bag is trash. Let me see. This says be happy. I might be able to cut that out. I don't know. I might. Let me put that over there. Okay, here's another little bag of buttons. So these are flowers. I won't open all these, but all different colored little, whoop. Uh-oh. I'll find that one. Like, oh, it's right under me. Hold on. Little purple one fell. Okay, I got it. Okay, all different colored little flowers, and they're two, look like a couple different sizes. And they're little flowers with happy faces on them. Now, let me show you one so you can see the happy face, because it's kind of just all the same color. But hopefully it's focusing okay for you. But isn't that cute? A little flower button. Little flower buttons. And won't those look cute on a tassel? Alright, so that was in here. Let's see what's in this bag. There's probably a lot more buttons than I even knew that were in here, because I didn't take everything out. Oh, what is this? These are, they were on clearance. They're little magnetic snaps. Magnetic snaps. Everything Mary. Alright, let's see. These look like, looks like they could be interesting. There's different colors. Pink, greenish color, and let's see if I can just get one out here to see how they work. I've never used these before. So there's a little, oh, hold on, let me see this. How do these work? So this is a, there's like, well, I don't know. I wonder if it has instructions. I'll have to look it up online. No instructions here. Of course there's no instructions. You're supposed to know what these are. Okay, but there's this piece here. So I'm assuming maybe these go together. Oh, see, that is magnetic. It must go like this. Okay, that's what it is. So, oh gosh, that's so strong. Okay, so you put it on something and then you have the closure like this. And these must be, you could put it through something, maybe bend these down. I mean, they seem very strong, but they will bend down. Maybe it'd be easier to use some pliers with that. My little pliers I could bend those down with. But you could almost use that for a journal closure, possibly in some way. I don't know. I'd have to really kind of experiment with this because to work that out behind the scenes. But interesting. Something I would have never bought, but it could end up being quite interesting. So I destroyed the bag there. So let's put that over there. And there's two of those, 2 6-piece little pieces there. All right, so that's another button. All right. Just gotta grab a tissue. Okay, so I didn't know there was so much. I really didn't realize how much was in here. This is gonna take a little bit here, but we're gonna look through this bag, and then we'll do the books that I mentioned next week. So these are another little buttons. Those are cute. I love that one. I love all these. Look, a little flower, a little green one on a button card. Cute. So I would clip those off and use them on a tassel, and then I'll have the little card to do something with too. Cool, cool. Oh, look at this, some bells. I did not see these. Actual, not Christmas bells, like the little jingle bells. This is a little earring hook, okay. Oh, maybe somebody was making earrings out of these. What is this? A little metal piece of some type here, a little gem. It's a little gem. And then these bells that has a ringer. They all have little ringers in them. So yeah, I can even put these on a little tassel. They have the little loop on the top. And you see they're that type of bell. Cute. You never know what you're going to find at the thrift store, right? There's a big one. One big one. One big gold one. And oh, this is gold. Oh no, that's silver. These are all silver, but they're all little bells. Cute. Interesting, right? Fun. Well, I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I got it. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Put some things back in the bag so I don't have a big mess here when I'm done. All right, let's see. What is this? These are, I'll try not to take everything out if I think you can see it. So these are little watermelon buttons. They're little watermelon slices. Let me see. I think you can see through the bag there. And they have little loops on the back. And there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. Cute. Let's see what's in this bag. This one is another bee. These are buttons. Let me see, is there a ladybug in here too? Oh, this is metal. This is a metal button. Yeah, with like really cute little ladybug. And it has a loop on the back. It's got metal on the back, but it's plastic on the top. Cute, a little ladybug button. And then these are little pails, like little buckets, little pails. See the handle right there? And this is a little bee with a shank on the back. This was metal on the back too and plastic on the top. Cute, cute, cute. All right. Huh. I had no idea. I mean, I knew that, like I said, I knew there was a lot of buttons. I could see a lot of buttons, but I couldn't see them all individually what they were. Okay. So in this bag, several little bags of buttons. This is trains, little train buttons. So it's little red trains. Let me try to show you through the bag. See, there's a little train right there. This is upright, a little engine like. See the smokestack right there? Wheels on the bottom and a little loop on the back. You see that okay? You probably can't see it totally okay, but I think you can get the general idea there, so this video doesn't take forever. And these are little teddy bears, some brown, some white. These have the loop on the back. Perfect for my tassels. I can't believe it. Because I was just looking for online for some charms or something interesting to put on my tassels, and now here I go. I don't have to look online anymore, do I? Little white flowers. I won't open these. These are like buttons with 2 holes. So they're little white flowers. See, there's one right there. Cute little kind of 3D kind of looking flowers. They're not flat. Cute, right? And these are white. They also have a shank. Oh, these are little white bunnies. Cute. I might have to draw a little eyeball on it or something though. So it's totally white. Needs a little eye at least. But 4 little bunny buttons. See, there's the ears right here. If you can't see it, just in case. I know sometimes it's like if you're looking at something online or on a video, you might be like, I really can't see that. Can't see what it is. See, there's the ears right there. And a little foot on the bottom, little feet on the bottom. Little white bunnies. And what are these green things? Turtles, maybe? They are turtles. There's one right there. A little green turtle. That's the turtle shell on the top with little feet on the bottom. There's his little head. Even has a little tail. And these have the loop on the back. Alright, let's see what's in this little bag of goodies. These are a bunch of little tiny like mini buttons. Which I have some of these. I haven't used any of them lately, but I have some. And but these are nice colors. There's like mustard yellow, orange, kind of a brick. Not really a brick orange, like a brick orange and a lighter orange in here. And then there's these little gray. What are these? Squirrels? I think it's a squirrel. There's the head and there's the tail. And it's a button, as you can see, with 2 holes. So there's miniature buttons in here and the squirrels. So let me show you this real quick so you can see the colors that I'm talking about. There's, what is that color? It's a kind of a gray. I guess like a charcoal, almost like a charcoal gray in there too. And some white, like, yeah, I guess those are white. Lots of pretty little buttons and the squirrels. I got a little bit of everything in here, don't we? Here's a button card with beehives and bees. She had quite a few bees. Different bee type buttons. Let's see. Let's see what's in here. Some flag pins. These are 2 flag pins. Okay. And be great for a patriotic journal. And this is a little, I don't know what this is. There's a heart in here and something else. I don't know what the, oh, it's a little scoop. I don't know what that would be cute to tie onto something, wouldn't it? A little tiny pink bunny button. It has the shank on the back. Little tiny pink bunny. Amazing, right? I mean, I can't even believe it myself. What's in here? Pretty purple heart button. That's pretty. And a scoop. Look at this scoop. I've never seen a scoop. Little scoop. It's metal. It's heavy and it's metal. It's heavy metal. But it's so cute and it's so pretty. And it's got a little hole right there. So it could be tied onto a tassel. So cute. I don't know why these 3 are in a bag together, but they are, so I'm going to put them back in there for the moment. Alright, we're going to look at this, I think, last, because there's a bunch of little stuff in there. Maybe some jewelry, buttons, I'm not sure. Okay, here's a little button card of flower pots. These have, these are, what are these? These are like glass or ceramic. Ceramic, and they have 2 holes. See the string there? That's going through 2 holes. It's holding it onto this button card. But little flower pots. Cute. Here's a big, oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's do that one. These two last because there's so much stuff in there. Oh yeah, I did remember. Did I see these in there? No, I did not. These are oval brooch pins. So it's a frame and you put something in it and then you have a little pin to put on the back. So it's a brooch kit to make brooches. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's in this bag of goodies. See what I mean? Wasn't it worth more than $4.99? I would say so. You know how much all this probably cost originally? Or if you were to go out and buy it, try to buy it right now. Oh, look at this. What are these? Apples? I have to get that. Oh, it's somebody put some, or maybe it came on a card with that on it. Anyway, these are ceramic, I think. Little apple buttons. Wow, those are fancy. Fancy. I've never... They're so nice. Like ceramic. Cool. 2 buttons. See? Not going to break them. Here, it's ceramic. Those are super cute. Those are going to be so nice. Oh, here's our... Oh my goodness, what in the world? This is a ruler button. I have never seen anything like that. Of course, I don't go to Hobby Lobby, but they probably have stuff like this at Hobby Lobby. 2 holes right there for the button holes. These are snaps. And so, yep, I can even use those in something. So, cool. Okay, what are these? This is a report card, I think it's supposed to be like a flash card. It says name and there's a pencil on it. Oh, this is supposed to be a notebook paper, I think, that you put your name at the top. These 2 are supposed to be notebook papers with a pencil. See the line down there and the lines going this way to write on, and there's a line down the side like notebook paper. And it says name at the top. And there's a picture of a pencil on there. This is report card B+. They couldn't give him an A, they gave him a B+. And 2 plus something equal 2 plus, what is it, 3? Better be a 3, right? Okay, so that's that one. By the way, those were ceramic also. Those are ceramic. And these are also ceramic. These are report card B+. This looks like a chalkboard almost. Like it says me and there's a drawing of a person. Teacher and a heart with an arrow. Flashcard ABC. And that one has a little person on it too, like a drawing board. Chalkboard or something. Cute. Maybe this person was a school teacher. There's a lot of school stuff right here. Here is a little schoolhouse. Oh, these are more ceramic buttons. These, I wonder if these were like bought at a craft fair and specially made, you know, by hand or something. I don't know. I've never seen ceramic buttons before. I mean, maybe I have, but I didn't pay attention to them. I don't know. I've never seen them at Walmart, I'll tell you that. But anyway, this says this is a little school building. And it says school right there. I wonder if she made these. It doesn't have any kind of name on it, but it says school, and it looks kind of like handmade. Like it's not like the school is kind of like looks like something I would write. You know what I mean? That's like not perfectly perfect hand printing or something. And this is a little apple, and this is a shank button. It has a shank on the back, little loop, and this looks like it's metal, a little metal apple. And here's another schoolhouse. See the ABC, how it's not perfect looking, but it's so super cute. It's even a little warped. So like pottery. Somebody that makes pottery could make this. Probably. It's like curved, but that's so cute, isn't it? I wonder how delicate it is. There's a little bell up there for the schoolhouse, and it says ABC and a little door. That is super cute. And here's another little ABC 1, 2, 3. Those are adorable. I love those. I had no idea that stuff was in there. Okay. Wow, I had no idea all this stuff was in here. See, I thought we were going to get to the books, didn't I? I thought these were going to take any time at all. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at all this stuff. A bunch of bags in this bag. Okay, so we have, these look like quilted heart buttons, and they're different shapes and sizes. See, there's a little yellow heart right there, and if you can see that crisscross on it, and two holes. So these are all buttons, and they'll have that like quilted look on them in different colors. I'm just going to try and go a little faster so this video doesn't get too much longer. These are, well, I can see that they're stars, and they look like they're buttons. What are they made out of? Plastic, I think. I think they're plastic. They have the two holes. See a little star in the circle and two holes. And there's different colors. Red, black, and white. And then, oh, look, pumpkins. Yay! Oh my goodness, they're ceramic. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna cry. I love pumpkins. Ceramic pumpkins. It's a dream come true. Look at this. See? Ceramic. Oh my goodness. Wow. A crafter's dream come true right here. Ceramic pumpkin buttons. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Those are worth $4.99 all by themselves. They probably are. Probably worth more than that. Oh my goodness. Where did I get these? Maybe they were in this bag right here. Yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I've never had ceramic buttons before, so I don't know if they can break. I'm sure they can if I'm not careful, so I'm going to be careful with those. I mean, I'm not careless with any of my stuff, but these are little shell buttons. Cute. And they're different kind of pastel colors. Let me just show you a couple. They look like real shells. The white ones do. The other ones don't, you know. These don't come in pink in real life, but that one almost looks like a real shell. Let me show you. If I put that on the beach, somebody would think it was a real shell. I would. Here's a pink one. Very pretty. See the lines in it? Really well made. These are plastic, I believe, and they have the little loop on the back. Several in there. Free item. Jamaican Junction ink. Huh. I had no idea where that would have come from. Jeremiah, oh, I said Jamaican. Jeremiah Junction, okay. It helps if I turn it around and turn it right side up so I can see what it says. Okay, what's in here? Oh, these are all hearts. There's some red hearts here. And then these are all different colors. You can see they're all, there's one a little bit bigger. I know, I guess that's the same size. All different colors, but they have the front of them has a little black kind of outline and a little stitch, and it's stitched actually too. Yeah, it looks like stitches. And then on the outside of it is textured like a little scalloped edge. Like textured indented scallops. Cute, all different colors, and there's a bunch in there. These are adorable. Oh my goodness, is this a Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse. Great for Disney journals. Disney Little Golden Book. A Mickey journal. Do I have one? Oh, they're perfectly plastic. Like really like cheap plastic. But they're so cute. They're so adorable. Green and red. Little Mickey little ones. And aren't those little ones cute? Those are so adorable. Wow, I've never seen buttons like that. I keep saying that, but yeah. I mean, I don't have any buttons like any of these, really. Yeah, I really don't. Oh, here's a bag, empty bag. Okay, let's see. We're almost to this one with the gold in it. Oh, these are ceramic bow buttons. These are also ceramic. Let me be careful with these. Wouldn't want to break the, like, part of the bow off or anything. That would be terrible of me. They made it this far. Yeah, these look like they're handmade. Somebody made these. Somebody that makes pottery. Because this is not perfectly covered here with whatever you put on top of the pottery. You know, there's a little blank spot here without anything on it before you fire it in the kiln or something. But 2 little holes there for attaching. 3 of those. And then the same thing here. These are ceramic little, hearts and stars. They have a little pattern on them. Let's see. Yeah, they have a little patchwork on them. Little patchwork design. So again, these are ceramic. So some of these are ceramic and some of them are pottery. Those bows, you can tell the difference. I mean, these are rough on the back too, but I think these are more ceramic and those are more pottery. These have a patchwork design on them and the 2 holes for the buttons. Well, they're definitely specialty buttons for sure. I wonder if the thrift store even knows what they put in there, because they they probably just wanted to get rid of it. They had so much. They did have a lot of craft stuff. And they probably just like, let's just price this to go. Because there's a lot of stuff in that store. Okay, so there's 2 little bags in here. This one, let's see what we got here. We've got some, oh, these, I was going to say plain white buttons. Nope. Why would plain white buttons be in here? These are pretty. Almost look like sequins or whatever in there. They almost look like they're floating in there. The basic background is it off-white? Almost has a pinkish hue to it, and then gold stars, gold and silver. Gold and silver, it looks like stars floating in there, and their buttons. And next, these are just plain black stars, plastic, I think. I don't think they're metal, but yeah, easy to tie on a tassel. A moon with a shank on the back. Of course, it's not a plain black button. Here, it looks like plain on this side, and you turn it over and you see all the pretty floating stars again in black. Isn't that pretty? And there's 2 of those. And this is metal, a metal gold star here. Got a little texture there on the top, on the front. Okay, fun. Celestial Victorian, it says on the bag. Celestial Victorian. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's in this bag. It looks like jewelry, but I have a feeling it's buttons. It looks like jewelry, but it's buttons. Okay, so we've got, I'm just going to kind of pick them up and put them back in the bag, so, but I want to make sure you can see them. Can you see that okay? Let me hold it in my hand. Pretty. There's a couple of those. And that one, ooh, very lightweight. 2 of those. This has a shank on the back, and it's a little kind of shaped gold button. 2 of those. Seems to be 2 of everything. This has a shank on the back. Ooh, that is pretty. It looks like this would be the Victorian, I guess. Oh, it's got like, it might be plastic, or almost could be like porcelain though. And the gold around it is a little scalloped. Here, let me just show you. I'm trying to describe it in case you can't see it very well. And you're not going to be able to see it, but I'll hold it in the camera. Hold it still. Okay. I'm doing the best I can, my friends. Doing the best I can. A little black one. Almost looks like an onyx. These all have little loops on the back to tie them on or sew them onto something. This is another one of the pink buttons I just showed you. That looks like, it feels like plastic, but it looks like porcelain in the middle. This is a little angel. That's adorable. This little wings right here and a little face right there in case you can't see it very well. And there's 2 of those. This is actually really gorgeous. Look at that. I could picture that on a ring. But this is a button that has a shank on the back. And this is, I sure wish I knew what it was made out of. Very pretty. I don't know if you can see the texture in the gold part here. There's 2 of those. Let's see what there's only one of these. This has a She's got a pin on here, but it's got a shank and it's a little cameo. This feels like, I don't know, like, it looks like metal, and it feels like metal on the back, but on the front it feels like plastic. Oh, this is pretty. Looks like there's two of these. And you see the gold, kind of like filigree, and then a little white, pearly kind of center, square center there. Like a little pillow in the middle. And we already saw one of these. I said it looked like onyx. And I don't know if I saw another one of these or not. This is another like, oh, wait a minute. That feels like velvet. That's a little velvet piece. Is it cushy? No, it's kind of hard. And then it's got the filigree around the outside. And then it's got the shank. Ooh, shank on the back. Whew. Trying not to drop anything. Okay. And then these two. And it has a shank on the back. We made it to the end, my friends. I hope you enjoyed and got to stay to the end. And or whether you had to watch it in 2 or 3 parts, but I hope it wasn't too long. I'll see how long it is, but we finished, and I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed going through it. As you can see, I didn't know what was in there, and I enjoyed it too. So thank you for opening this and sharing this experience with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.